Violence this morning overseas in the fight between Israel and Iran. An Iranian missile struck a neighborhood in southern Israel, damaging residential buildings there. Meanwhile, the White House is saying President Trump will make a decision in 2 weeks if the U.S. military will join Israel in attacking Iran's nuclear sites. Ed O'Keefe is back at it for us at the White House again. Ed, good morning.
Tony, good morning. We've seen the president set 2-week deadlines before on things like infrastructure, tax plans, tariffs, and whether Russia and Ukraine will stop their fighting. But a 14-day deadline on whether to use force against another country with the world waiting and watching, well, that's a different kind of countdown. With Israel and Iran continuing to trade strikes, President Trump now has Iran on the clock. Make a deal or risk the U.S. taking military action.
Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, he will make that decision within the next 2 weeks.
The White House says correspondence between the two countries continues.
If there's a chance for diplomacy, the president's always going to grab it, but he's not afraid to use strength as well.
Talks begin today in Geneva, Switzerland, between top diplomats from Germany, France, and the United Kingdom, and Iranian representatives. The U.S. isn't participating, but the British are set to tell the Iranians an American proposal is still on the table, which prevents domestic enrichment of nuclear fuel for what Iran claims is a civilian nuclear program. The president has warned Iran is close to developing a weapon.
I think they were a few weeks away from having one.
And despite a lack of clarity on the timing, the White House press secretary explained why.
Iran has all that it needs to achieve a nuclear weapon. All they need is a decision from the supreme leader to do that. And it would take a couple of weeks to complete the production of that weapon.
As Trump ponders what to do, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appealed directly to him with flattery, saying he thinks the president ultimately will keep Iran's nuclear capabilities in check.
He gave them the chance to do it through negotiations. They strung him along. You don't string along Donald Trump. He knows the game.
Now, CBS News has learned federal law enforcement officials have stepped up surveillance of Iran-backed operatives possibly operating in the United States. The FBI director's increased monitoring of possible domestic sleeper cells linked to Hezbollah, the U.S. designated terror group with ties to Iran. The White House and FBI had no comment. Vlad?
All right, Ed O'Keefe reporting from the White House. Thank you.